S&P 500 up 0.5%. NASDAQ Composite up 1.6%. Russell 2000 up 1.3%. Dow Jones Industrial Average, only thing that slipped for the week, down negative 0.5%. Stock market started off a little bit rough on Tuesday, but it bounced back on Friday as we saw the easing of political tension in Europe. News that the June 12th summit with North Korea is back on again. And the release of the great unemployment numbers, 3.8% unemployment rate, the lowest in 18 years. Again, we still have a lot of those individuals who are not looking for jobs and have quit looking, so they haven't been counted in that number, but nonetheless, it's definitely encouraging. President Trump's 25% tariff on imported steel and 10% levy on aluminum went into force on Mexico, Canada, and the European Union on Friday. Listen, if a trade war starts, you can start seeing the prices from everything from increasing your Campbell's soup all the way to increasing your cars. Does it cost to be racist? Well, ask Roseanne Barr this question. She put out the racist tweet, and all of a sudden, she got her whole show canceled. She was making an estimated $250,000 per episode, folks. $250,000 an episode. That's an estimated $2.25 million that she's going to have to forego because she's not going to be able to do the rest of the season. And on top of that, they had already started ordering additional episodes for season 2. So that's over $4 million that she's going to lose out on in potential earnings, not including the endorsements of the sponsorships and all the spots and all the stuff that goes along with having a #1 rated ABC show. So does it cost to be racist? It costs to be racist. Yes, it does. Starbucks stores closed all of its stores May 29th. Over 8,000 location stores. Estimated $12 million in revenue from a $22 billion revenue. Might not seem like that much, but hey, at the end of the day, it definitely does hurt a little bit. But the bigger question is, are you going to be amongst those ones that make sure that you can support the local small coffee shops as well as Starbucks? Because Starbucks itself started as a local small coffee shop. 1912 Pike Street, 1971, and created by just 3 individuals. Do you have an idea? Do you have a vision in your head so you can be among the 28 million small business owners in this country? We at MoCaFi support you doing just that. With billions of dollars in debt and an estimate of only 64 individuals, the death toll, we since learned that the estimate of the death toll in Puerto Rico is way beyond that. An estimate of almost 5,000 individuals are estimated to have died. That's 70 times more to have been impacted because of Hurricane Maria. We want to help support them. Check out Hurricane Maria Recovery Fund and make sure you can do the best at earning and saving and being in the best fiscally responsible position so you can help more people like those folks down in Puerto Rico and Flint for that matter. Position versus mission. Do you want the position or the mission? We should be asking for both. You might want to have the position or the title of being a homeowner, but do you also want the mission to be responsible and all those necessary to make sure you be a responsible homeowner? We want the position of being married, but do you want the mission of making sure that you can put all the things necessary to plan with your spouse and do all the right things financially to make sure you can have a responsible marriage? You might want to have the position of being a CEO, but do you want to have the mission and making sure you can build your business in the most responsible way? We might ask for the position, but we should be also asking for the mission. Contentment. Contentment doesn't mean I'm happy to be broke. Contentment means that despite the fact that I'm broke, I can still smile. That doesn't mean I'm happy with my state. It means I'm happy in my state because I can smile because tomorrow a better and brighter day is going to come because I'm going to work for it. It's not about being happy with your current situation. It's about understanding of what you have inside of you to create a better situation out of your current situation so that tomorrow is going to be a better and brighter day because you've got faith. Let's go get it. Facts versus truth. What you see versus what you believe. I had a good friend of mine. She was suffering from terminal cancer, throat cancer. They gave her 6 weeks to live. The doctor said it. The facts are all correct. Most individuals that have that terminal cancer only live for 6 weeks. Well, guess what? She beat that because she believed in the truth. She believed that she could be healed. So she stood on that. And despite all the hard work and all the chemo and all the radiation, she's able to overcome her facts because she believed in her truth. We can do the same thing with our finances. We want to make sure that you might want to look at your account and see the facts and say, hey, I've got no money in my bank account. I might have negative money in my bank account. But guess what? I don't believe the facts. I believe the truth. The truth is that tomorrow I can work hard enough to change my current situation just like my friend did. And now she's going all around the country telling how she beat terminal cancer. I want you to go all around the country and tell the world on how you beat poverty, on how you beat renting versus owning, now you own your own home, on how you beat not having a business, now you have your own business. You've got to see something before it even happens yet because you believe the truth over your fact. Do you believe in your truth At MoCaFi, we support your truth. We believe in your truth, and we will be there when you can brag about your truth. Provisions for abundance. It's not about being prepared for where you're at. It's about being prepared for where you're going. See, when I was doing submission work in South Africa, I had to research the weather in South Africa, where it was cold and rainy. But in New York, it was hot and sunny. So I had to be prepared for where I was going, not for where I was at, because it was different conditions. Well, the same thing with financial planning. See, you might not have that much money today, but where you're going is on the level of being a business owner, of being a homeowner, of accumulating your wealth. So all those principles that you're going to have to pack with you are necessary to start packing today for where you're going tomorrow. So again, you might not be a homeowner today, and you might say, hey, I'm just getting home from prison, I'm living in public housing, I'm homeless. All of these things are why MoCaFi believes that you have to start preparing for right now to get ready for where you're going. You might not be a homeowner today, but you start getting your credit together. You can start putting together a budget. You can learn how to do it. You might not be a business owner today, but you're going to be there tomorrow. You can start making sure you can get a mentor. You can start putting your ideas on paper and writing them down. You can put together a business plan. You might not have a higher credit score, a 700 credit score today, but you can start paying your bills on time and enrolling automatic bill payment. All these things are places where you're going tomorrow that you need to start packing today. Let's start making provisions for abundance. It's time to shake off all those negative emotions when it comes to financial planning, when it comes to financial education, all the guilt. Forget about all that guilt. Let it go. What happened in the past, leave it there. Forget about the shame. Don't be hard on yourself because of what you aren't today. Be happy for where you're going to be tomorrow. Forget about the worrying. Worrying does nothing but create ulcers. It's time to shake all those negative emotions so you can move ahead in the MoCaFi way. See, there's a lot of those organizations and institutions out there that are preying upon what you don't know. And there's nothing wrong with being ignorant, but there is something wrong with staying ignorant. See, lottery preys upon what you don't believe within yourself. They happen to think that you believe more in luck than what you believe on those skills that you have inside of you to be successful. The money mindset really is all about, it's not about waiting on your ship to come in. It's about learning how to swim out to it or creating your own ship. It's not about saying, oh, when life gives you lemons, just make lemonade. No, when life gives you lemons, I'll throw them lemons back and I go get what I want. We've been taught that we can only eat from the apple tree. Well, no, here at MoCaFi, we trying to teach you that you can be just like the tree. You don't have to only buy Nike shoes for $200 a pair. You can buy Nike stock for $50, which is a quarter the price of the shoes. You don't have to watch Netflix. You can own Netflix. You don't have to buy money, pay money to go to Starbucks. You can own Starbucks. You don't have to log on Facebook. You can own Facebook. It's the producer versus consumer mindset. This is all about it. Started from right here, folks. Let's break down what capital really means. Capital is derived from the Latin word capit, C-A-P-I-T, which means head. Of the heads, capital. So it's really not about what's in your wallet. It's about what's in your head. Strong mind, strong money. Because your thoughts, they become your words. Your words become your actions become your habits become your character, and your character becomes your destiny. You want to change where you go? You got to change how you think.